Hi, it's Intern John and I, Reverend Anya, here to talk to you a little bit about stewardship. John, when you think about stewardship, what comes to mind?
Well, it's kind of funny. When I first started attending a UU congregation, 2008, that was my first time to be part of a faith community as an adult. I had no idea what stewardship was. I thought you just put money in the plate and everything was good. And it took me time to learn that stewardship was really important to sustaining the community.
Is the very specific reality of stewardship that happens in our congregation at this time of year, which is that we ask folks to give, to pledge a certain amount to the congregation, a certain amount of money that they can give in weekly installments and monthly installments and a one-time gift. That's a strange concept to a lot of folks, that we will be asking for money and putting it to good use, but that we'll be asking for it. Who gives in faith communities? Who sustains the organization?
Well, you talk about members, you talk about friends, you talk about the different categories, but I think what I like is recently we've been talking about who finds this to be a faith home. And that when you find a place that is your faith home, that call to give, I think that's where it comes.
Reverend Scott and I feel that our congregations give to us in very generous ways, and so we've made a commitment to give generously back to our congregations. In our home right now, we tithe, which means we give 10% of our income back to our congregations, and a small portion of that 10% also goes to our theological school, Meadville Lombard, and perhaps a couple other organizations, but it's mostly for the congregations. It's sort of a return on generosity. We feel we are well cared for, and so we want to care for our congregations.
We also recognize that people are in different places at different times, and that, we honor that. But we hope that people will give what they can when the time is right.
What specifically are we talking about?
Well, the way I think about it is stewardship is a time when we stop and think about how our giving reflects our values. It really is more very consciously making a choice about allowing our finances to be one way we live out our values.
I can speak very honestly from my heart that in times of trial and struggle, it's been a community that has held me. And without that community, I have been unable to do the work that I'm called to do. And so I hope that this season of giving to the congregation feels like an opportunity for everyone to sustain that which will sustain them for years to come. One of the things that I like to think about is that we give to a congregation because it feels like a faith home, and because we want that home to sustain those who will be here after we no longer are. So our giving is both for ourselves, but also for those who haven't found us yet.
Yeah, I talk about it as an economy of faith. And when you practice an economy of faith, you don't give money looking for a return. You give money trusting that it will sustain something that will sustain other people, even if you never see it.
An economy of faith.
An economy of faith.
Well, that's a great way to bring money and faith together.